All right. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing as well as you can be doing during this pandemic. Just as a background visual, I put up Nature Treks VR. My wife is playing. Pretty nice, relaxing VR experience. So, it's been a while. My last video was posted up more than 2 years ago. I've been wanting to create more content for this channel, but I've been busy. A lot has happened in the last couple of years. The pandemic, of course, started over a year ago and continues to this day. During the last 2 years, I've moved from one state to another. I did freelance work and then started a full-time job. I'm raising a kid with my beautiful partner. I've unfortunately had some family members pass away, and some family members fall ill. I'm currently preparing to move again. So we've been dealing with what life throws at us, as I'm sure many of you have too. But I think I'm ready to sink my teeth into this channel again. So in just a moment, I wanted to share with you some short renders I made using Blender. I'm currently learning Blender because it can be a great digital tool to work in tandem with VR art tools. I also wanted to share some Tvori early experiment tests I made before and during the creation of my VR show, Interference. Side note about Tvori, while I've been gone, Tvori changed its product. I had purchased it on Steam, but my version has been downgraded to essentially a demo version with many features removed. They have started a subscription-based model of, I think, about $10 a month if you pay for a year to use the full featured version. I do want to continue work on Interference, but I'm brainstorming whether I should use Tvori or something else. I've looked into some other programs and thought about what kind of work pipelines might work best for me. Anywho, let's check out some Blender renders. This first one is a neon tunnel loop. I think I used a tutorial from Ducky 3D you can look up on YouTube. And it's a looping, just never-ending progression down this tunnel. Another loop, this I believe I used a wireframe modifier and added a glowy texture. Here's just a variation. And I think I created some shape and twisted it, and then I kind of cropped it so that you just see a slice of it, kind of like a CAT scan. These are metaballs, and they have I believe, a Musgrave texture applied to them. So whenever they move, the texture kind of stays in place and moves around them. This one kind of had some flickering going on, so I changed up some settings. And I really liked how this one turned out. Next we have just a whole bunch of letters. I was all about letters that day, blue ones especially. And I think I created all these objects. I dropped them from the sky and they created a pile. I was learning render settings, animating the camera movement, and there's a green version there. Alright, in Tvori, this first test this is one of the first things I ever did in Tvori. This ended up being the first scene in the very first episode of Interference. I just changed up some things. This is the first little test of a kind of tar oil monster creature that I end up using in the series. This is a test to see if I can change up the geometry of the little mannequins and create custom characters. I use the same part as all the different parts of the body here, just scaled and stretched. And this last test, I think I was just playing around. I wanted to see if I could turn a character into the Hulk by scaling up the parts of the body while animating. And I think it turned out successfully. I didn't know if I'd integrate this into the show or not, but anyway, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more content in the near future.